Flip it.
Once upon a time, you had games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Battlefront, Medal of Honor, Gran Turismo, Need for Speed, Mortal Kombat, Bloody Roar, Tekken, Soul Calibur, etc., etc. And I say all that to say this. Whichever game that you wanted to play, that game was for you. It was tailored for you. That's why you played it. For instance, there's a game where you race and you have to slow down to a screeching halt almost just to get around the corner. This very same game, you have to stay inside the lines of the road or you will be penalized. This very same game, you cannot bump into your opponent's car or else you'll take damage and you'll have to pay for it with in-game credit. This very same game has, 40, 50 people on the racetrack at once. There's very little to none if drifting. This game that I'm referring to is called Gran Turismo. Now, if you like Gran Turismo, there's nothing wrong with that. I want you to play Gran Turismo. Me personally, I don't like Gran Turismo, and there's nothing wrong with that either. What do I like? I like Need for Speed. I like to race with high speeds. I like that tunnel vision that you got from Burnout Paradise. I like that you can use both NOS and Nitro. That's fun. That's fun to me. I like when the police are behind me in a high-speed chase on high pursuit while I'm still trying to race this dude to get to the checkpoint before he gets to the checkpoint and get the briefcase before he can deliver it to her. I like that. That's fun. Now, because I like that dynamic, I can get Need for Speed.
I don't mind.
This is what I'm also saying. Could you imagine Need for Speed making you come to a screeching halt and there was no such thing as shortcuts in the game anymore and they took the NOS out to try and compete with Gran Turismo and be competitive and there was 40 people on the track as opposed to the 2 or the 8 that they once had. That's whack. That's whack. And people who play Gran Turismo or Need for Speed should be in an uproar. That's exactly how they should feel. Could you imagine playing Mortal Kombat and your favorite character is Sub-Zero? Your favorite character is Sub-Zero. Or whoever you like. You might like Sindel. You might like Liu Kang or Scorpion. It doesn't matter. The point is, I liked Stryker. Stryker was my nigga. Mortal Kombat Trilogy was fire on PS1. It was fire. It had everybody. When's the last time you played Mortal Kombat and you saw Motaro? It's been a long time. Now, Motaro might not have been a staple in the series. That's fine. But going back to my original analogy with Mortal Kombat and Sub-Zero, could you imagine playing Mortal Kombat and they didn't have Sub-Zero in the game? Now, this probably would never happen because Mortal Kombat know what they're doing. For the most part. But could you imagine not having Sub-Zero a staple in the series? People would be in uproar. What are y'all doing over there at NetherRealm? Y'all fucking idiots at WB. What are y'all doing? We want Sub-Zero back in the game. We want to freeze niggas. And that's exactly how they should react. But they take them out the game so you can play with Frost. Nigga, no one wants to play with Frost. We want to play with Sub-Zero. If you get on Mortal Kombat and all you've ever done is play with Sub-Zero and you don't even touch none of the other characters, that's exactly what you should do. Because that's your game. That's exactly how you should play it. Me personally, I like Soul Calibur. I like the field of view of the 3D plane. I like walking around the opponent on Mortal Kombat, on Tekken, on I don't know, on whatever. You can only walk forward and back and jump and then squat. On Soul Calibur, you can do all that, and you can walk a circle around your opponent. I like that. It's a little bit more realistic to me, and that's why I play Soul Calibur. Now, if you don't like Soul Calibur, hey, you got Tekken, you got Mortal Kombat, etc., etc. And that brings me to this Modern Warfare. What are we playing? Am I playing Rainbow Six Siege or am I playing Medal of Honor? Am I playing Battlefield or am I playing Star Wars Battlefront? I mean, I'm leaning, I'm mounted. I don't want this realistic crap in my game. I want to shoot. I want to pull up and shoot. That's all I want to do. That's all Call of Duty ever had. You can't jump shot in this no more. That's over. That is dead. That is dead. The slide is not really a slide. The slide is very, very slow. I remember I used to run, slide, press X to jump. And then, I was like a monkey on this fucking maps. On Modern Warfare 2, on Modern Warfare 3, on Black Ops 1, on COD 4, even Ghost, where people kind of slept on, whether you liked it or not. It was just based on quick decisions and your snappy reactions. That's basically what the game was. Everyone is a camp god. Ask yourself this. When's the last time you played this game, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and people were running around sniping, quick scoping? You can't do it. It's over. It's over. You used to have a little bit of everything. You used to have people with riot shields. You used to have people sniping, camped up sniping. You used to have people camped up with ARs. You used to have people rushing around with submachine guns. You used to have people shotgunning. And all in the same game. And all the same match. The same match of TDM or domination. That's over. The score streaks are weak. I think the best score streak in the game is the Veto Warship and the White Phosphorus. You gotta watch where you put the White Phosphorus, but it is good. It is good. The only issue with the White Phosphorus is that it blinds you and your enemy team. I mean your friendlies. Like, bro, it shouldn't do that. We should get like put on a mask or something. I don't know, but it shouldn't hinder my vision. How long has this game been out? A month? This is the things that needs to change. They need to work on the spawns on ground war maps. Work on the spawns on the ground war maps. When I say work on the spawns, I kind of want them to take out the tanks. Because if a dude you on a streak and you get hit by one bullet with a tank, you should get hit by at least two. And I say 2 shots from the tank, and they need to slow them down, but give you 2 shots from the tanks and the ones that hold 6 people or whatever, and make the fire rate less, so it shoots like a bolt action sniper basically. It needs to shoot slower. The thing is OP. He did not earn that kill on me. Didn't earn it. I'm out here on my feet running around trying to run around and capture stuff for the team, and I just get hit by one little bullet from the tank. Like, come on. That is infuriating. Look at this. Look at this guy. I can't hate on him. Why? Dude is probably trying to get gold guns. I can't hate. There used to be a time where you could be like, oh my god, you're a fucking camper. This dude is a piece of shit. Stop camping, bitch. You can't say that on this game. You have to adapt, and I hate when people say that. You have to. You have to camp too. There used to be a time where you could rush. There used to be a time where you could camp. There used to be a time where you could run around snipe. There used to be a time where you could, run around knifing and have fun. That's over. The only way I have fun on Call of Duty is when I get my streaks. I don't care. I can get kills on any game. Battlefield, I can go 50-0 on Battlefield. But there's no incentive to go 50-0. Why? Because you don't get anything. On Call of Duty, when you go 15-0 or you go 30-0, you get a nuke. When you go, 12-0, you get your gunship or your chopper gunner, your AC-130. When you go 5-0, you get your, you know, your Predator missile or your 7-0, you get your helicopter. There was incentive for each step, for each, you know, like goals in life, you know, short-term goals, long-term goals. You had a checkpoint when you did good in this game. They need to close these windows on all the maps except for the ground war maps. Just leave the ground war maps how it is. If you leave the ground war maps how it is, that's fine. But you have got to work on the spawns. I spawn outside way too often. I cannot spawn outside. I should not be spawning outside. I should spawn in a building at all times. I should spawn in a building at all times. And they possibly could work on the spawns like on Euphrates Bridge or other maps like that, because you spawn way back in the back. On Grass and Array, you spawn way in the back by the train tracks. Like, bruh, can I spawn a little bit closer to sea? There might actually be too many spawn points in each map. I think there might be too many. But they need to close 75% of these windows, 50% of the doors. That way it'll close up some lanes. Because when you go outside on any one of these maps, you gotta look up, left, right, check both these windows, this door, the other door, if right on your 3 o'clock. I mean, there's too much, and people are scared to run around. And I can't hate on them. They're trying to get their streaks. They're trying to level up. They're trying to, you know, no one wants to kill and then die. Kill and then die. Get one kill. No one wants to play. That's not fun. That's not fun. It's not even the map size. It's that there's so many places that you can go that you have to look out for. I like Big Man. I like Derail. I like Overgrown. I like Sea-Town on World at War, Outskirts on World at War. I like big maps. I like flanking around and being rewarded for my flank, as opposed to just running straight up the middle of the street like on Nuketown or Dome or Rust. That's not really fun for me. Those maps are only fun for me if you know, I'm trying to level up pistols on hardcore or trying to get my shotgun goal, something like that. But if I'm really trying to play and enjoy the game, I like medium to big maps. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's too many places you have to look on these big, large maps. There's too many places to look. Every building has 3 to 4 stories. That Tavares district map, that is, I don't know what that is. I don't know what, I mean, you gotta look on the roof, every story. The people, just before you get off the elevator, people are camped up behind the cubicles. It's like, damn. They got to do something. I want my score streaks to cycle back through. Even if you didn't want them to count towards the nuke, that's fine. But I still want them to cycle back through. Right now, I got on Juggernaut. But if my last streak was Phosphorus, and right below that's a VTOL warship, and let's just say I had on Sentry Gun. So once I get my Sentry Gun, I get my VTOL warship, and once I get my VTOL warship, I get my white Phosphorus, and I call in my white Phosphorus. Once I call in my white Phosphorus, I get some kills. My next kill with my gun should start building back up to my Sentry Gun. Once you get the white, your last streak, that's it. It's like, why am I mean, you pretty much just playing Battlefield for now, or Medal of Honor, or just, I want to cycle back through my streaks. Remember those times when in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, man, I got my third pay blow. This is my third pay blow. That was fun, and you were still alive. I mean, you were killing fools. I mean, look how I'm playing. This is not fun, but I have to play it like this because you cannot run around. You can't run around on this game. We all tried it. People who like running around and trying to dominate and take over the map, that's over. That's dead. That is dead. You have to hunker down and be a camp god. You have to hunker down and be a camp god now. It's just they took away the essence of Call of Duty and they left us with this Battlefield Rainbow Six variant. Bruh, if you like Rainbow Six, play Rainbow Six. If you like Battlefield, play Battlefield. If you like Medal of Honor, which is basically Battlefield without vehicles, play Medal of Honor. But Call of Duty should have been left alone. Whoever's over there, these people are way too young. They first Call of Duty is probably Black Ops 3 or Infinite Warfare. Like, what are they doing? I want my streaks to cycle back through. I want them to take out skill-based matchmaking. They have got to take that out. You get off work after a long day. You want to come home. I know a lot of people, they want to listen to music. They want to roll up. And they just want to sit around and get a couple of kills. But you can't. You have to sweat. Everybody that you play against is an MLB six man of the year. Damn! I don't want to sweat every game. I want to dominate some games. Now on this game, I actually did well, I guess. But I had to play way too strategic. I don't want to play like I'm playing Battlefield or Rainbow Six, where each step I make could be a potential death threat to my life. I don't want to play like that. I just want to play Call of Duty. I shouldn't have to play like this, aiming down sights on the stairs. I mean, what can I do? What can I do? They need to go back. I want my streaks to cycle through, take out skill-based matchmaking, close up some of these windows, lock these doors, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be right back where we are. Put dead silence in perk 3. You don't get rewarded for anything in this game. You have to be a camp god. All these attachments, since they bought that, since Black Ops 2, they had all these attachments with high caliber and rapid fire and stock. There used to be a time where it was my analog sticks versus you and your analog sticks. That's over. Just make Call of Duty great again, man. Give me Modern Warfare 2 Remastered and I'll be happy.
GG's, fudge.
I'll see y'all on Call of Duty Modern Warfare, man. Maybe.
Come at us.
Peace.